Did you know there's a planet where it rains molten glass sideways at thousands of miles per hour, or one that's literally turning into a diamond? Space isn't just vast, it's full of terrifying, mind-bending secrets. And today we're uncovering 10 planets that teach us incredible lessons about the universe, lessons that could change how we see our place in the cosmos. We've all heard about Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. But what if I told you that the planets you thought you knew hold secrets beyond imagination? From worlds that defy physics to those that might harbor life, each planet tells a story, a lesson that reshapes what we know about the universe. Buckle up, things are about to get weird. Most people assume planets are just lifeless spheres of rock and gas. But what if some planets shouldn't exist? What if some challenge the laws of nature? And what if one of them hints at alien life? Let's start with Venus, Earth's evil twin. Same size, similar composition, but that's where the similarities end. The atmosphere is 90 times denser than Earth's, temperatures reach 900 degrees Fahrenheit, and it rains sulfuric acid. What does Venus teach us? That a planet's atmosphere can be the difference between a paradise and a living hell. Understanding Venus helps us predict what might happen if Earth's climate spirals out of control. Now let's talk about HD 209458b. A planet so close to its star that it's literally being vaporized. Its atmosphere is being ripped away, leaving a comet-like trail behind it. What does this teach us? That planets don't last forever. If a world orbits too close to its sun, it can be completely destroyed. And who's to say this couldn't happen to us someday? And then there's HD 189733b, home to 5,400 miles per hour winds and sideways molten glass rain. If Earth's worst hurricanes terrify you, imagine a storm so fast it shreds anything in its path. Lesson? Some planets exist in conditions beyond our imagination. Understanding extreme weather in space helps scientists predict massive storms right here on Earth. But not all planets are hellscapes. Some are treasures. 55 Cancri E might be a planet made of diamond, twice the size of Earth, scorching hot and possibly filled with pure carbon crystals. What does it teach us? That planets can form in ways we never expected. And if diamonds can exist in space, what else is waiting to be discovered? Now let's talk rings. Saturns are stunning, but J1407b has rings so massive they'd be visible from Earth if the planet were in our solar system. Lesson? Some planets form on a completely different scale than anything we've imagined. The sheer size of these rings suggests that planets might be even bigger and more complex than we currently believe. But what if I told you there's a planet out there so dark it absorbs almost all light, making it the closest thing to a cosmic void? Meet Tres 2b, a planet blacker than coal, reflecting less than 1% of light. It's so dark that if you were standing on it, you wouldn't even see your own hand. What does this teach us? That some planets have mysterious, unknown chemistry that absorbs light instead of reflecting it. Understanding it could unlock secrets about the atmospheres of rogue planets drifting through the galaxy. And then, there's the ultimate question: can life exist elsewhere? Kepler 442b is one of the most Earth-like exoplanets we've ever found. It orbits in the Goldilocks zone, meaning it could have liquid water. Lesson? There might be thousands of Earth-like planets out there. And if we find one with signs of life, we'll finally answer the biggest question in history: are we alone? Speaking of potential life, let's get even closer to home. Europa, one of Jupiter's moons, is covered in ice. But beneath it, a hidden ocean, one that could hold alien life. Lesson? Life doesn't need a warm planet. It could exist in the darkest, coldest places, as long as there's liquid water. And if Europa has life, where else might we find it? And finally, let's talk about a planet that's disappearing before our eyes. Meet WASP-12b, a planet being torn apart by its own star. It's stretched out like taffy as it spirals to its doom. Lesson? Even planets have an expiration date. And if it's happening there, it could eventually happen to us. From diamond worlds to planets being ripped apart, space is full of lessons. Some show us the power of nature, others hint at life beyond Earth, and some are straight up terrifying. But here's the thing. We've only scratched the surface.